Hello folks, and welcome to this week's hi-fi review. Now, I own a pair of modded Quad 57 flat panel speakers, modded by refurb and acoustical engineering outfit AQuadThing Audio. AQuadThing Audio is currently based in Leicester and Banbury in the UK, and I bought them when they were known as OTEC-equipped Audio. I bought mine almost, 20 years ago now. They are, to my ears, the best speakers in the world, bar none. Yes, bass is lacking. Yes, other speakers can do this or that much better, but my modded 57s overall, especially when factoring in the price, nothing can touch them, both in general listening terms and as a tool for hi-fi reviewing. The full history of these speakers requires a video all on its own, but very briefly, they were initially conceived by Peter Walker as Quad and developed with David Williamson. The upshot was the Quad ESL-57s, introduced in 1957 as the world's first commercially successful full-range electrostatic loudspeaker. There are no standard speaker drivers, or voice coils for that matter, while the crossover is very simple indeed. Inside you'll find a thin and very light mylar diaphragm, and that's suspended between two plastic stators, carrying high voltages. There are three such panels in each speaker. The treble panel is in the center, and the two so-called bass panels are on the outer areas, and this is where the mid-range lives as well, incidentally. Now, when I bought my refurbished speakers from OTEC Audio as was, the company installed a set of their own OTEC panels. These were developed in-house. I have the 3 micron thickness treble panel. There is a 6 micron variant out there. Mine are a bit more sensitive. The final speaker, sonically improved and enhanced, in my opinion, over and above the original 57 design. After the passing of one engineer and the retirement of a second, OTEC Audio rebranded itself as AQuadThing Audio. Also, technology has advanced enough for the company to release a brand new panel. And the release of that panel has triggered this review and this video. This new panel is based on the original Quad panel as supplied when manufactured, but stripped back and rebuilt using AQuadThing's latest techniques and diaphragm material, conductive coating, and stretching processes. Now, as a long-term user of these modded speakers, what I want to do here is compare and contrast the two panel types. Spec-wise, these speakers span 79 centimeters by 88 centimeters by 27, and they weigh 18 kilograms each. The speakers measure between 83 and 86 decibels sensitivity, and yes, they wander about a bit. To run them, the company recommend your amplifier be around 100 watts or more to properly drive these panel speakers. Don't forget, folks, Quad 57s are no longer produced. I think they ceased production in 1985, I think. So, if you want a pair, you're looking at restoring a pair of originals. There are thus a number of ways of purchasing these speakers. So you can scan the AQuadThing website, and I'll put links below, for models for sale. Alternatively, you can send the company a pair of your old originals for upgrade. You can scan second-hand markets such as eBay for a pair of old Quad 57s, send them to AQuadThing Audio, and they will refurbish and turn them into newly modded 57s. Or give the company a call direct. Again, contacts, phone numbers, and what have you are in the description below. Register your interest, and they will talk to you about availability. Chances are they will probably have a set ready to work on in the workshop, so it's always worth a call. So how do they sound? How do the panel types sound? Let's have a little listen. To begin, I turn to the finger-picking guitar of Leo Kottke, listening to several CD albums, some of which feature his own acoustic guitar, others add a bass guitar, a little bit of percussion, and whatnot. Now, I mentioned that AQuadThing Audio offered two variants of panel. The older OTEC design, which is what I use, and the brand new Quad-inspired design. Now, I did find two different sonic approaches here, depending on the panel. Okay, bear in mind that I've been running my OTEC powered speakers for 2 decades now. I'm used to their presentation, so there may be a little bit of sonic bias involved here. Even so, bottom line for both panels, both are wonderful, both highly recommended. However, both are different. Hence, personal preference may come into play. In fact, I'm pretty sure it will come into play. Firstly, the new Quad panels are easier to drive by a little bit than the OTEC panels, so you won't need quite the same level of amplification to reach your preferred volume. I feel that the new Quad panels offered more clarity than the OTECs and greater definition. Guitar plucks were crisp with the steel edge of the string itself strongly in evidence. The Quad panels were nimble, mobile, and they could turn on a dime with ease. The OTECs, on the other hand, provided exceptional balance overall, with delicate treble plus startlingly good mid-range insight, possibly better balanced than the Quad panels, with a slightly softer suite of upper frequencies. The Quad panels did provide superior accuracy though. Bass, and yes, bass does exist with these 57s, bass was fascinating in how the panels contrasted. Both provided pros and cons. I felt that the OTEC panels had a more effective and dramatic initial attack. So for example, if you hit a drum, that initial strike was best portrayed, best translated via the OTECs. Then again, despite the Quad panels offering a slightly softer initial strike, you could also say that the bass via the Quad panels was better integrated into the mix and ran deeper during general play. I then moved from CD to vinyl and I changed tack and I drifted into a bit of 70s pop via the band Pilot. I played the hit single January from the album Second Flight. Now the secret sauce for this track, and this track is ideal for hi-fi component testing, is the subtle yet still complex orchestral backing, plus the delicate secondary percussion. Even part of the backing vocals are often too subtle to really notice via some hi-fi chains. Again, that Quad panel definition was impressive indeed. The instrumental separation, principally because of the enhanced clarity and definition, was superb. Hence, detail was enhanced because you could hear all of the instruments, including the edges. The OTEC also provided wonderful clarity, not so much definition, but possibly an improved integration right across the frequency spectrum. And a quick mention of the Magnepan LRS Plus speakers, also panel speakers. As I mentioned in that recent review, a link above, if you can't find yourself a pair of Quad 57s for refurb, or you want to buy without having to go through the whole refurb process, then the LRS Plus speakers are ideal. Sound-wise, the LRS Plus designs have the edge in the upper mids and treble, but that's partly because there's no bass to speak of with those speakers. Bass doesn't weigh down the upper frequencies. The Quads provide a much better bass output and a better balanced output with just as much detail and information. On the whole, the Quads offer an enhanced listening experience. And that is basically the review of the modded Quad 57s from AQuadThing Audio. Let me give you some final thoughts. I'll kind of wrap all this up with a ribbon and I'll give you some pros and cons and a rating. or 2 ratings in this case, 1 for each panel. When it comes to dipole flat panel speakers, I believe the pinnacle design belongs to Quad's 57 speakers, and the best iteration of those classic 57 designs is currently emanating from the UK via AQuadThing audio. The fact that the company provides a choice in sonic styles via its different panel types is, well, frankly, above and beyond the call of duty. Add the fact that the company will also provide attentive customer service after you pay your cash, and, if required, will even tweak the sound of your new Quad 57s to your satisfaction if you feel the sound isn't quite there. Well, this is a hi-fi experience from the 1960s or 70s, isn't it? This company doesn't belong in 2026, surely. But yes, you've got a AAA product and a AAA customer service after the fact. For me, I prefer my OTEC Panel 57s by a whisker. I love the balance and the integration. However, your ears, they may prefer the Quad panels. Talk to the company. Contacts, as I say, are below, and the company itself is more than happy to set up a demo, and you can choose which panel variant suits your ears. And that's your lot, folks. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this particular video. There are, as I keep repeating, contacts for AQuadThing audio down below. You can see all those. And there are my contacts down there too for my website, my Facebook group, and my Patreon page. If you can support me over on Patreon, be very nice of you indeed. Keeps this channel going because Patreon funds this channel. There's early access to my videos over there. There are exclusives over there too. Have a browse. I'll be back. Oh, and why wasn't there any hi-fi news this week? And what about music alerts? Well, blame this video. This review took longer than I thought. There was an awful lot of shenanigans involved, down to me and my reviewing and trying to work everything out and setting up and all that jazz. Just took longer than I thought. And also, I still write for a print magazine, a music magazine. I am still technically a music journalist as well as a hi-fi journalist. That deadline turned up too, so that sucked away some of my free time for this particular week. However, there will be hi-fi news next Saturday. Not sure about music, but there will also hopefully be another review, possibly more speakers, possibly a pair of standmans this time. But we'll see. Again, depends on when things arrive, and sometimes things are delayed for a whole host of reasons. And we'll see. But pretty sure there should be something for next Sunday. So whichever video you choose to visit, I hope to see you then. Hope to have your company. And until then, folks, bye-bye for now.